Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming, joining me. My name is Rhonda, and welcome to Eyes That See with Rhonda. So, I just wanted to drop a quick testimony that the Lord put on my spirit to share. As soon as it was revealed to me, forgive me, I've been under. There's been a big decision, life-changing decisions that God has put on my heart, laid on my heart, and it's been a while in the making. And I've been praying over it and really wanting confirmation. I know I have confirmation. I really have been disobedient. I've been delaying. Okay, so I've been delaying my obedience because of fear. To be honest, I was afraid because it's a huge change in my life. And I had been just kind of delaying it and kind of waiting and telling God, I just let me let me get this done and I will be obedient and I'll move to this next step because he's letting me know a phase of my life has finished and it's time to move on to another phase. And closing that chapter means I need to tie up some loose ends and literally move from one area to another area that he wants to take me to. And I need to move in obedience to him. And I had been, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. So I had been kind of delaying that. So for that, I apologized to the Lord. And my children are graduating. I always wanted to wait until my kids were old enough. I wanted to raise them, um, you know, have the house, same house they grew up in. I wanted them to have that. So they're graduating now. So I God did what he told me he would do because I wanted to wait for the kids to get older. And now he's let me know, hey, I gave that to you. Now it's time to do what I've called you to do. So I'm nervous and anxious. So I've been praying on it. And I wanted to take the kids out for a graduation vacation. So that's why I look a mess. I literally just got back. We had a cruise. I'm burnt. My face is fried, but I'm driving down to I save money, so I went from Ohio to Florida because we took a cruise that ported in Miami, Florida. It was like a 17-hour drive. I don't recommend that, but my kids were old enough; they were 17 and 20 that we could take turns driving. It didn't happen. So it was a whole thing. And it was very stressful. There was a lot going on that God revealed to me. And it's funny because the week before I left, I watched this video and it was a woman who said this prayer to the Lord. And I decided I'm going to say that prayer, but I knew it was a dangerous prayer because I know when you say the prayer of Father, I want whatever you have as the will to my life, please let it come to pass. And if my life does not align right now with what you have as my purpose, change it to be exactly what your will is. No matter what, I want to 100% devote my life and dedicate everything to your will for my life, God. Just plant my feet. I am committed. I say yes to everything you have for my life, not in delay, not in disobedience, not in fear. I say yes. So, whatever it is you want to change about my life, to align it with what you'd have for me, Lord, remove what you need to remove and change what you need to change. I am 100% your vessel, Father. Please do this. Um, and I thank the Lord. And I knew when I did that, He would shake some things up, and that's exactly what's happening. So it's been pretty hectic, but I got some confirmation I wanted to share with you, and it's basically it's me. I'm fearful at times, and I don't. Um, God says my delay is disobedience, and my fear in my delay, my hesitation, because I like stability and I don't love change and I don't love uncertainty. I want to know constantly. I'm like a little kid that wants reassurance. God, are you there? Is this? I want to make sure you're there. Make sure it's from you, God. Be with me. So I'm praying and I'm praising and I'm worshiping as I'm driving. And we get down there. We had a time heading back, had some mix ups. Got back just a couple hours ago. And as I'm praying and I don't like to drive at night. So we had to make a detour on our drive back. And um, long story short, I thought my daughter was going to pick up the first leg of the drive because she wanted to leave out so we would catch more time. So it was dark. And she, I thought she was going to do at least 3 or 4 hours. So then it would be daybreak, because this was around like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning. Because I had done a good bit of it. And then we stopped. We had a delay. And I went over and visited a friend, and then we picked back up. And it was around 2 in the morning, which is anywhere 2 in the morning is pitch black. But especially like in the hills, like in the Carolinas, and we went up through West Virginia. It was pretty dark. So I was not excited about that drive, because she, after about 2 hours, got tired, said, "Hey, I wanna stop. I'm gonna take a nap." And I'm like, it's still dark. I don't want to stop. I want to make time. So I'm praying and I'm talking to God. I'm like, God, I don't like to drive in the dark, because I don't see wonderfully in the dark, and I get nervous in the dark. Just me. I'm not the greatest driver in the dark. Sometimes I can't make things out. There's a glare, because sometimes people have their brights on and it doesn't seem like it's enough light for me. So I I was going to just stop, and something was like, oh, God let me know. Well, I said, well, God, will you be with me? Please be with me as I'm driving. I always ask for God's protection. I said, please be with me, Father. Come with me. And I'm not sure what the lights, driving in the dark. Can you please show me that you're with me and provide me some type of assistance? So as soon as I pull off, there's a semi in front and a semi to the side of me. So that's immediate light, because you can see. I love the semi trucks at night, because you can see their lights and you can just go behind them. So right then I knew that was God. So I was like, oh, you're here. Great. So as I'm driving, I'm like, thank you for being with me, Father. Every time I ask and I call, I just, you answer. And I'm so grateful and thankful. And thank you for showing up, because I wanted not only for you to be there, I wanted you to show up. I wanted to see it. I needed to see it. I needed somebody to help light the way. And God provided that. And I knew that was God. So as I'm, thanking him and praising him for being there and showing up and showing me that he's not going to leave me, the truck drives off, goes on an exit, and the other truck leaves. And I get nervous. I get scared. I'm like, oh, did you leave? God, we're talking, we're conversing. You left them there. So you know what? I got nervous, and I pulled into a rest stop area, and I'm like, I don't want to go until maybe there's more light or something like that. So I'm just gonna sit here. Maybe I'll just go to sleep. But I really don't like to sleep at roadside rest. So something is telling me, go. You won't see me, but I'm still with you. Just go. Just know that I go before you to handle everything that you can't see. So have faith and trust me and go. I got in the car, like, okay, I'm just gonna go. So I go, and for a while it's dark, but I could see. I could see clear, and it was fine. And I kept going for a little while, and then I got a little nervous, because I was like, some curves and some hills. I don't know how much longer, maybe. And as I'm going, I'm still praising and I'm worshiping. Some cars pull along, and we keep going in the flow. And God reminds me that even though there are times that you don't see me, again, I'm always there. I've gone before you to prepare your way. So I need you to know, somebody out there may need to know, you're asking and you're requesting for God to show up in a way you want to see him, but he's letting you know, he wants you to know he's there. He's there even when you don't see him. And sometimes you won't see him. He's still there working on your behalf, but he wants you to be obedient in faith, trusting him, that he is there. So sometimes when we don't see him, that's God saying, are you going to be obedient to me? And even though I don't show you every single thing ahead of step A, step B, step C, step D, I just show you what I want you to do. Sometimes God just shows me Z, and he says, this is where I need you to go. This is what I need you to do. And I'm like, well, where's A? Where's B and C? Where's H? Am I sure? How am I gonna? I just see over here, and I hear what you're saying, but how am I gonna? I want to see all the steps, Father. And he's like, I'm telling you where you need to be now. Are you going to be obedient and go and trust that I'll provide your steps? Or are we just going to sit here and waste time and you're going to be disobedient? And I was like, no, I told you yes, I'm going to be obedient. So I need someone to know that if you are praying about a life changing event, if you have been pondering and you need God to confirm, you want confirmation, you want to know, is God still showing up? Because I don't see him in this second. I want to see him in this step, and this step, and this step. Sometimes God's going to say, I gave you my word. I told you what to do. And now I want you to walk in faith because I'm already here. I've already went before you. I need you to walk in faith and follow that I have what's good for you. I know what's best for you. I want you to complete what I've told you to complete. It hasn't changed. We just want all that reassurance because that's just our mindset. Sometimes, well, how am I going to plan it? What am I going to do? Exactly how's it going to happen? Sometimes God just shows you the vision, like, this is it. This is what I want. This is where I want you to be, and this is the time. And it's like, okay, uh, can you show me exactly how to break it down? And sometimes God will show you parts of it. Sometimes He'll give you confirmation, and sometimes you won't see until you start walking in the faith. Sometimes you need to hear what's needed of you, be obedient with yes, and start the process. And then as you start, things will be revealed to you. So as my obedience increases and my faith increases, and I just keep walking towards the steps God's telling me, He's revealing more and more. I'm getting people giving me confirmation, telling me, hey, I'm running into random people. I ran into people at the cruise that had relocated, and they were just showing me different steps. And I knew these were things that God was placing in alignment to confirm and to show me, I already have your steps. I've already been ahead of you. Just have faith and do what I tell you to do. Even when you don't see me, that's when the faith kicks in. So I just wanted to encourage anybody out there who is going through some type of events, been praying over something, wanting confirmation, wanting to know, how do I start XYZ? Maybe they're like me, type A, they want everything, the whole list written down. I want to reassure you that God hears your prayers. He sees you. And if He's told you something in faith, you pray over that. You can fast over that as well. You can bring it to God, but take the steps in faith and know that God will be there to follow you through. It's about our faith. Our faith is part of our obedience. And that's what God seeks from us. He wants our obedience and understanding and acknowledging Him in His word and in what He calls us to do. And He wants your faith. Faith is, even if I don't see it yet, Father, even if I don't see it right in front of me with my eyes, I know it's there because you've declared it and you've gone before me. So your way will be greater than my way. And I trust that. And it's that trust that's going to bring everything together, that trust, that faith, and the obedience. So you don't want to be a delayer like I am. I just wanted to share that with somebody, my experience that when you don't see Him, doesn't mean He's not there, doesn't mean He doesn't hear you. He's there working on your behalf. I hope that blesses someone. I hope it reaches who it was meant to reach. You guys have any comments? I would love to hear from you. Please subscribe, like, comment below, and I'd be happy to converse with you. I will be starting another fast soon, so I'm going to update and give you guys some ideas because boy, did I eat, and boy, do I need to get some things going. So again, until next time, thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. You guys take care. Bye-bye.